order this regular meeting of the City of Bandera Economic Development Corporation at Bandera City Hall, 511 Main Street, Bandera, Texas, Thursday, May 26, 2022 at 6 p.m. All members are present except for Laura and Lauren, and they contacted the EDC admin beforehand and let them know that they would not be here. If everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Do we have any announcements? Just remind everybody this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. We got the UMCA rodeo Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There'll be a lot of people in town and a group rodeo. Do we have any visitors be heard? Item number 5, consent agenda. Do we have any motions?
Make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Okay, do we have a second?
A second.
Seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All in favor, none opposed? Item 6, discussion and possible action on the following items. 6A is restriping, pothole repair, and general maintenance of the BEDC parking lot at Cedar and 11th Streets. Did we get any updates from Public Works?
And they're not included. We had one. Oh, look at that. Oh wait, hold on. So that Home Depot invoice that's in your packet is the estimate for the parking lot from Public Works.
Which invoice?
The Home Depot, there's like handwriting all over it. Page 19.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking total fixing the potholes, labor, striping, paint, equipment, fuel. We're looking at a total of $792.77 through the city. Awesome. If we were to go ahead through that, would that just be as simple as a check cut to them and then a work order put in?
They would probably do an official invoice to the EDC for reimbursement like they usually do for the city, and then we'll cut them a check next meeting or whenever that timeline looks like. So.
Okay. Do we have any motions?
Motion, we accept the bid.
Okay, Alan makes motion to accept, Billy makes the motion to second. Do we have any further discussion? Okay, all in favor? All in favor, none opposed? Okay. Item 6B, approval of request for $10,000 budgeted for wayfinding signs be made available to the committee for expenses. So we budgeted this in our budget meeting for this fiscal year. So this would just be to make it available so we can start moving forward on making purchases on wayfinding signs.
Does that require a motion, since it's already in the budget?
It requires a motion to make the funds available.
To move
yes.
forward.
Right. Obviously, we still gotta get bids and things like that, but I think the intent is to do as much ourselves as possible, so that we're not not utilizing a ton of money. Any motions?
I motion to approve the request for 10,000 for budget for wayfarer signings.
Okay,
I second that.
okay, seconded, any discussion?
Do we have an update on where we're at?
Laura has an update, but she's not
She's
here.
Okay.
So if you got questions, I would recommend contacting her, with any questions you have about it. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor? All opposed? Okay,
I'm in favor,
okay. All in favor, none opposed.
sorry.
The right hand was busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, item 6C, approval of vendor permit application. And this is, which page was this,
So
20?
last page, yeah.
Okay. Did y'all get an opportunity to look this over before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we copy that from somebody, or we came up with that ourselves?
It started off as we used the city's vendor permit application as a blueprint and then changed that, what we needed. Or changed it to reflect what we needed.
Mhm. I don't see anything missing out of it, so.
How often are these vendor events? I don't even know that. Like the ones at 10th and Maple and then another one at the 11th and Cedar parking. I don't even know when they occur.
So the events in town occur all the time, utilizing our parking lots for something other than free parking, we've never done in the past.
Oh, okay.
This came up because.
That's what I'm talking about, is for this.
So it's not for a specific event that utilizes our parking lot. The idea is, and the reason it came up was the last motorcycle rally when 11th Street Bar closes down that section of 11th Street. Is, James was incapacitated and unable to return vendors' calls and questions. And so there were vendors coming from out of the area stressing on whether or not they had their applications approved
Okay.
and wanted to try and use our parking lot as a backup just in case. So the
Okay.
idea that when there's parades going on or when there's something else, there's another available area for vendors to be able to set up.
Okay, you know, as a vendor for more than 20 years at different places, and, so if you're gonna let people go in the parking lot and they have a tent, they're gonna wanna nail that tent into that asphalt.
So this was mostly for like food trucks,
Okay,
things like that, not for, and this wouldn't be utilizing like the whole parking lot to be, cause we still want that free parking. It was like pulling a food truck up next to the Steins building.
okay,
And so that it's not taking up parking spaces within the parking lot.
okay,
And like you said, it doesn't have to be a special event,
Yeah.
any vendor can come in any weekend and pay the fee, right?
Yeah, if a food truck wanted to roll in, says, hey, this is a hot area to set up, can we set up here? They've got an application process to be able to go through it.
okay, so this is mainly for food vendors.
The intent is not to block off the free public parking that we have for that area.
Not for market days or any other.
Yeah.
But mainly for food trucks.
Should we exclude, markets, like trade markets and stuff like that, and then just make it food, or do we think we need to do that?
I don't think we need to do that.
Well, it says on here,
Cause they get, I mean, my thought is if on a non-busy weekend that there isn't some major event going on where they close down 11th Street, if somebody wants to put in an application saying, hey, we'd like to set up a farmer's market on this day and do it, then, and there's still the other parking lot, kitty corner to it, that provides parking for tourists that come into town, then why not be open to that as long as they're not driving stakes into the asphalt and stuff and destroying the parking lot?
yeah, I was just wondering if that needed to be on here, that you can't,
We would let them know, like,
okay.
if we
But when they-
use the weights or something and.
Bring your own sandbag.
Yeah, it's just that anything that's on here that they sign and they're more held
think that's something we can, if that comes up, we can let them know individually, like, any damage you cause to the parking lot, you're responsible for. Okay, do we have any motions on this?
Well, I'm just questioning the rates are, I know we had discussed that last meeting, and we talked about other locations and whether or not this was the, appropriate rates for that, and I'm just questioning, I don't know, is it? I just don't know, I don't know what it would normally charge for a food truck to come in.
So this is fair market to a little below fair market rates, keeping in mind, it's a little bit low, keeping in mind that the city also requires a permit. This is just for the use of
True.
our parking lot.
True.
So
Okay, makes sense,
we don't wanna,
yeah.
Yeah.
Price it such that it'd never be applicable,
exactly.
okay?
Alright, any motions?
I make a motion that we accept the vendor permit application as presented.
Okay, do we have a second?
A second.
Seconded, any further discussion? Okay, all in favor? All in favor, none opposed. Item 6D, update on the audit.
So the auditors came back, they were here Tuesday and Wednesday, and we found most of everything we needed. I don't have any concrete, anything to say, like, to present to you guys, but best part is we found most of the documents, so that's about all I got.
Awesome.
Well, I'll let you know when I know more.
That's usually a good start.
Are
with
they,
an audit.
are they coming back anymore?
They shouldn't be, and then they said they would email me if they need anything else, but she got most of what she needed, so.
And at this point, we're just waiting for them to draw up their report and
Mhm.
do. Awesome. Okay. Item 6E, update on Buck Creek property appraisal. I had Lauren spearheading that. The appraiser was out at the property last week. I ran out there and met him out there. He got everything he needed, and he said it'll be a couple of weeks, and we'll have an appraisal on the properties over there. So. Item 6F, update on electric vehicle charging stations. I think it was Laura that was heading this one up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll skip over that one.
I did talk to, someone, Fran Lau, on the board of, BEC, and she's into electric and, off the grid. Anyway, so I asked her if she had any input from BEC to the board as to whether or not there were plans for any further stations. He said at this point, no, that the utilization was not such that they felt like it was necessary, and even out, to the Eclipse standpoint, they didn't see a need at this point, but she would keep me posted, so.
Okay. Awesome. Alright, 6G, approval of request by city council for $7,800 for the Heritage Park update. Do we have a motion?
That was in our budget at that amount, yeah. I make a motion, we approve the 7,500 for the Heritage Park.
78.
7,800,
Oh, 75. 7,800, I'm sorry.
okay. Do we have a second?
Aye.
A second.
Okay, any discussion?
So just help me get up to speed on what this was for, the 7,800 for the
So Heritage Park, right
Yep.
here
next, yeah.
next door, they needed to have a professional arborist come in. The roots are bringing all the brick up. So they're having a professional arborist come in, take care of the trees, in a way that needs to be taken care of, and then they're going to raise the elevation around all the trees so that it doesn't happen in the future, while providing handicap access,
Perfect,
things like that. I
perfect.
think it was, what, like 2 feet that it's being raised?
2 feet. Wow.
May not be that much, but they're raising it up and updating Heritage Park, so. Okay, any further discussion on that? All in favor? All in favor, none opposed? Okay, item 7, comments from the board. Any comments? Okay. Item 8, future agenda items. Anybody have any items that they need or want to see on future agendas? Okay, because we knew ahead of time that we weren't gonna have all the members, we pushed the workshop again. We are still planning on having the workshop, but I wanna have all the members here.
Which workshop?
The workshop on the EDC bylaws.
Okay.
Going over those and just making sure that they make sense for where we're at today, and proposing any updates that need to be proposed to city council for approval. Okay. And item number 9, can I get a motion?
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Do we have a second? Billy seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? All in favor, none opposed.
Wow.
That's a record
Meeting
time.
is adjourned at 6:16 PM.
Wow.